Lieutenant Brian Murphy was the first responder when the call of shots fired came in at the Sikh Temple in Oak Creek last August.
I went up reasonably slow just to try and maintain my vision and observations of what was going on in the parking lot. My initial observation was nothing. I didn't hear anything. And then I parked my squad right at the end of the driveway in the opening of the parking lot. And that's when I observed that there were two gentlemen who were laying on top of each other. That's when I got out of my squad, took my weapon out and went over to them to see if it was going to be possible to render any aid whatsoever. Unfortunately, once I got within a few feet of them, it was plain to see that I wasn't going to, and I had called for an ambulance at that point. And just as I started moving towards the squad, I caught movement out of the right side of my vision, and that's when I had saw the shooter moving, and that's when I had raised my weapon up and I had told him to stop. He had raised his weapon and we had both shot pretty much simultaneously. He hit, I missed. He hit me directly in the chin, went down my throat, ripped apart my voice box and my larynx and bounced off my spine. That bullet's lodged still in my neck. That's when I realized I better get to cover. I had moved behind one of the parked cars, and I had anticipated him coming to my right or straight at me. Unbeknownst to me, he had moved completely the opposite way. And when I stood up, he actually was back behind me. He shot again, and at that point, he had taken the tip of my left thumb off and shot me in the arm. At that point, my weapon dropped. He shot me in the leg, and I went down. And my immediate thought was, I have to move, I have to get to cover. So what I did was I started crawling, and that's when he hit me in the back. My ballistic vest stopped that round, and then it stopped. And my lid started getting a little heavy, and I thought, if I can get back to the squad, I can get something. So I started crawling back to the squad. The lull in the action, if you will, was him reloading. And at that point, as I started moving back, he came out again shooting. And at that point, I thought, I really have to get moving now. This is getting very hard. And I flipped over onto my stomach and it started low crawling like they showed us in the military. That's when he shot me in the back of the skull. And then I heard the shot of the squad rifle, and the shooting stopped.
Lieutenant Murphy was shot 15 times. 3 hit his vest. 12 hit him directly. Yet he still managed to stay calm and never gave up fighting.
The thing that constantly drove me was getting back to the people I loved and being in one piece and not letting anybody take that away from me. And I thought, I have way too much in this world to live for. You know, I have a beautiful wife, beautiful children. I'm not going out like this.
Murphy says he was just doing his job that day. But to the Sikh community, his actions meant so much more.
I've never been more touched by such a outpouring of thoughts and prayers, and it was overwhelming how strongly they felt and how much they appreciated what I did, that I would do it 1,000 times over. I really can't thank that community enough for all they've done for me and my family. And there's such a wonderful group of people that I'm happy to have helped in any way I could have.
Lieutenant Murphy's strength and determination helped save many lives that day, and is why he is our emergency response hero.